Hi everyone, Sarah here. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day today. We're going to be talking about the word sin today and what a sin actually means. So humanity has actually taken the word sin and made it to mean a wrongdoing, something you need to be ashamed of, something a priest needs to undo, or something you might even need to be punished for. But if you think about it, and when you realize that Earth is actually the ultimate learning school, it was created as a learning school for beings. When you realize that we are actually in a matrix that is created by our own belief system, and also I've had it good report from God and Jesus that only love and joy are real, then the word sin actually, it is impossible for it to mean what it actually means. So it's getting a little bit windy. I hope you can still hear me. So I know in the Bible it talks about sins, but the Bible has actually been misinterpreted through its many translations. The original meaning of the word sin was to miss the mark. And if you read the book A Course in Miracles, which was actually a book of channeled information by Yeshua, Jesus, he actually talks about sins as the word sin means lack of love. It doesn't mean a wrongdoing or something we need to be punished for. It is purely a lack of love. Now, it might be in this lifetime you don't believe in sins, but it could be in another lifetime that you've had that belief and you've actually brought it with you to clear in this one. When we actually believed we have sinned, we actually cause energy distortions in our body and in our energy field. Now, I don't believe in sins in this lifetime, but I have had lifetimes where I did. And what I've actually seen in my own body is like these black rectangles. And that's obviously where I put them in as like a form of self-punishment because I thought I'd done something wrong. And obviously where these black rectangles are, it means that love can't flow to that area. So I had my higher self come in about 6 months ago, and it gave me this affirmation to say, which is, sins are not real, I choose to release the lie. Or sins are not real, I release the lie. So you could say that affirmation, or you could say something like, sins are an illusion, I choose to release the lie. I've also had the angelic realm came in and sang me a little ditty. There are no sins in the world you're in. So that is something that you could sing to yourself over and over again. I would also write something down so that you're going to see it often. You could write it down. Make sure you keep reading it, sing it, set it as a reminder on your phone, etc., etc. Because the more times you actually see the new belief that they're not real, the quicker you're going to overwrite the limiting belief. Now, you can also ask God or Yeshua, Jesus, or the angelic realm to come and help you clear that stuck energy, that black rectangle from your body. And they will do that. But just be aware that it's unlikely that you will let it all go until you've got rid of that belief. Because if we believe in something, then we tend to hang on to that energy around it. So it is something that you're going to have to keep going on with. Now, the length of time it's going to take you to clear it depends on how deep a belief you have in it and how often you try and overwrite it. So if you don't believe in sins really, and you have a good effort in rewriting it, it might just take you a month. But if you have a really deep belief in them and you don't tell yourself the new belief over again, it might take you 6 months. So it's worth putting in the effort and trying to get rid of them from your energy field. It is when we have something like that, a belief in something like that, we also then bring in the emotions of things like guilt and shame and unforgiveness, and it's worth asking Spirit to actually help you release these too, because these emotions, they will tend to weigh you down like shackles. And Spirit are really wanting us to let go of this old way of thinking and to let go of these old energies, because humanity is ascending en masse, and as humanity is ascending, we need to let go of these old energies and these old belief systems so we can bring in higher levels of light. And also, punishing yourself and keeping yourself small, it actually serves nobody. It doesn't serve yourself, it doesn't serve your own soul growth, because you came here to grow and learn. So punishing yourself and keeping yourself small actually doesn't give you much growth. It also means everybody else suffers in some way, because we are all connected. So what one person experiences, we all experience on some level. So by you punishing yourself and keeping yourself small, it actually is doing that to everybody else as well. So it really is worth making the effort to forgive yourself. And if you need to forgive yourself, I've done a talk on that on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. And to know that, you've never really done anything wrong, that Earth is a learning school and you came here to learn and grow, that everything happens for a reason. And that also, if you've done something big, then you had a soul contract to do it. So it is time to forgive yourself and let yourself be free. You can also bring in the affirmation, I am a sovereign being and I claim my sovereignty. And that is another affirmation which will help you become free again. Sovereignty in this case actually means freedom, means liberation. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just a technique called the Christ Unwinding technique. And this technique will just help you clear some of that stuck emotional energy and help you bring in a new belief. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you are, the Christ energy, the source energy. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist, it will still work for you. So all you have to do is just shut your eyes, and then you're just going to say, I'll call on the Christ light to help me. And then what you're going to do with your eyes shut, you're actually going to read some sentences as though they were written on the inside of your forehead. Now, it doesn't matter about your spelling, it's your intention that counts. And it also doesn't matter if originally at the beginning you can't see them, you're only imagining them. If that's the case, it's your mind is deeming that this is unsafe, so it's not letting you actually read your sentences. So you can actually tell yourself, it is safe for me to read my sentences. It is safe for me to read my sentences. Ultimately, it works better if you can read them. So it's something to keep telling yourself if you can't at the beginning. So with your eyes shut, see if you can read the following sentences as though they were written on the inside of your forehead. The first one is, sins are an illusion. And then just underneath it, write, I choose self-love and forgiveness. And then what you're going to do is see those sentences go up into the air, and they're going to go into your brain, into your mind. And you're going to see those sentences weaving left and right and up and down and around your mind. So they're creating new beliefs. And as they're going around, just seeing if you can still read them. Sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. Seeing your sentences weave around and around. And then you're going to see your sentences spiral down through your head, around and around, down through your throat. And then they're going to spiral down through the middle of your chest. Seeing as you can read them as they're going around, sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. Spiraling them down through your belly, down through the center of your pelvis. And then your sentences spiral out from between the top of your legs, and they spiral down to the ground in between your legs. Reading them as they're going, sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. And then when they reach the ground, you can either see them going into the ground or see them going shooting off into the distance. And then we're going to repeat the process with your eyes shut, seeing those sentences again. Sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. And this time you see your sentences come out, and they're going to spiral up your left hand. So see your sentences spiraling up your left hand. up your left arm, over your elbow, and up your upper arm. And when they reach your left shoulder, you spiral them across to your right shoulder. So they go across the top of your back, reading your sentences, sins are an illusion. And then when they reach your right shoulder, spiral them back to the left. I choose self-love and forgiveness. Then when they reach your left shoulder again, you spiral your sentences down the left side of your body. Down your chest, upper back, down the left side of your belly, reading your sentences, sins are an illusion. Down the left side of your pelvis, I choose self-love and forgiveness. Spiraling them down your left thigh, sins are an illusion. Over your left knee and down your left calf, I choose self-love and forgiveness. And then you see them spiral over your left foot and again into the ground or off into the distance. And we're going to repeat that process with the right side. So reading your sentences, sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. This time seeing them spiral up your right hand, up your right arm, over your right elbow, up your right upper arm, and then when they reach your right shoulder, you spiral them across the top of your back to your left one, reading your sentences, sins are an illusion. And then when they've reached your left shoulder, spiral them back. I choose self-love and forgiveness. And see them spiraling down the right side of your body, so your right chest and upper back. Down the right side of your belly. Down the right side of your pelvis. Down your right thigh, sins are an illusion. Over your right knee and down your right calf, I choose self-love and forgiveness. And then when they've reached your foot, you can go over your foot and go down into the ground or shooting off into the distance. And this time just reading your sentences again. Sins are an illusion. I choose to release the lie. And this time send them forward and ask your sentences to be sent across all time and space, all dimensions and all universes. And then lastly, you just finish off by seeing the sentences go across your chest in beautiful big white letters. So looking down at your chest, and you can make your sentences so you're reading them upside down or the right way up, whatever's easier. Sins are an illusion. I choose self-love and forgiveness. And then you just say thank you to the Christ light for helping you. So that technique you can use with anything. Just try and say something in the present tense and the positive. So you would say, I am safe rather than I'm not unsafe or I'm becoming safe. Okay, but you can say it with anything that you want to rewrite a new belief. And so if you did the safe one, for example, then it would help you clear the stuck emotional energy of fear or panic, that kind of thing. You can use that technique as many times a day as you want. Obviously, the more you do it, the quicker it's going to help you rewrite that belief. And you can also, it does help if you change the wording a little bit every now and again, because then you're just trying to get all parts of that belief in. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful and worth making the effort, because you being stuck and small doesn't help you or anybody else either. And, you know, if you have a belief in sins and a belief that you have sinned, you are going to be creating a life that's not very easy. You know, you're likely to be creating a life that has struggle. You might have lack of money, or, you know, not a nice job, or a hard relationship, something like that. So when you actually forgive yourself and release this energy, then you're going to have a life that's full of a lot more joy and fulfillment and love and ease and peace, that kind of thing. Okay, so much love and many blessings from my heart to yours.